Let me ask you, does a machine like yourself ever experience fear? VegetaCards.
Soul Striker vs Starter Vegeta Round 2.
Alright, getting set up for round 2 here. It looks like it's going to be another Soul Striker deck versus my red-green Vegeta deck. So we're just doing the setup here. It's a little bit different build than Dr. Jones runs. This is Killer K. I always have a hard time beating this gentleman, but it's fun. We have some good battles that really get down to the nitty-gritty, so we're going to have some fun here. I'm just doing an initial setup. We'll go ahead and get the dice going here in a little bit, and then we'll take that next step and get setting up and have some fun. His Soul Striker build is, he's run a couple different versions of it. To run it, it does have the Bojack engine, the Boo Unison, which is always a pain against aggro to get rid of all those battle cards. So it's going to be fun. We'll have a good little start here and get things going. So alright, just dealing out the cards here, making that decision on what we should do. Mulligans become pretty important in Dragon Ball. You want to make sure you have your right pieces to do the things that you want to do early and get rid of those pieces that you want for your late game. That way you can set it up and run a little bit better. I decided to keep 2 cards here just to have some of my pieces that I need to start with. I really like to open with the red-green and then at least a way to get my Piccolo to have that big turn 2 play. Looks like Killer K is going to keep 3. Kind of shuffle it up and redraw there as well. If you're not too familiar with his leaders, my leader, the Vegeta starter, will untap 2 and I can flip, go down to 5 life when I have a Unison. The Soul Striker leader, if you're familiar with them, you actually have to have a 3-cost Unison in play and then you can awaken and then untap 2. Or I'm sorry, draw 2. My leader untaps 2, his leader draws 2. So he went first, charge, pass, go ahead and charge the red-green, swing with lead, draw my card there. Looks like I opened pretty good, have a pretty good turn 2 play. He takes it, same thing, pass, turn. He's going to charge blue, swing with lead, draw a card, and he's going to pass turn. This Soul Striker build is kind of a really defensive deck, so he's probably smart to leave that energy open. I'll tap the 2, go ahead and play my Unison. I will plus it a marker, draw a card. I will go down, I will awaken, go down to 5, untap the 2. Swing with leader, typically is my play here, or dropping my Piccolo Unison, depending if I have the right play and everything here. So I'll go ahead and swing with lead. Draw a card. I'll give my Unison double. That's always a good thing. Now, a super combo here to put the 25. I'm really super comboing to help my Piccolo have a card in play. That's really kind of the idea here. So he'll go ahead and take the first strike there. I'll play the Nappa, play the 2, play the Piccolo. Since there's not a Unison in play, I definitely want to go and put as much pressure as I possibly can on for this turn and really put some pressure. Try to get him down to 4 or less if I possibly can. So I'll swing with Piccolo here. Auto, Nappa. Draw the 2. Have him go ahead and take the burn life here. And then I'll go 26 double strike to leader here. So he's got a choice to either combo out or go down to 3 life. It's one of my big plays here that I really like to put that pressure on, especially a big defensive deck, because it's going to make a real difference. So I'll swing with my Unison here, try to put that double strike pressure in. Now I can combo here to put pressure. He does have a lot of cards in hand. Me personally, I do like to put a little pressure here. So I'm going to go to 25. 30. So I want to put a lot of pressure in here. I either want him, yep, cost him to awaken and draw the 2, just defensively. That's good. He didn't get anything out of it. He's at 3 life, so that's definitely kill range. He'll super combo. Bottom deck a card he really doesn't need right now. And then he'll draw the 2. And then probably come another 10k off to get this working for him. So there he goes. Right there. So my Nappa comes into play. I could swing here. Most of the time, though, as long as I have my defensive cards in hand, I'm okay with passing turn here. Put a lot of pressure on. He does have a really big hand. So card advantage is definitely to mine, but I do have some defensive plays here. So he'll go ahead and charge the Bojack, which he can bring out with his energy. Here's the Unison play. So he's going to play a defensive Unison with that Bardock there. It allows him to draw a card, and then also allows him to basically have a dual blocker. So it's going to be really hard to finish. That was a tough workout, man. So he's going to swing into my Nappa, because that's one of my plays here. So I'll go ahead and I'll use the defensive play. Play the token basically out for free as a second blocker there, and take the life for it, because with not having the cards in hand, it's a really big deal. So he's going to swing into my Piccolo. Just going to go ahead and block that one. Try to keep my Piccolo out there. It's part of my draw engine, so I definitely want to make sure that I have it in play if I possibly can. So he's going to Sensu here. He's up to 3 energy again. I'm probably going to do another play, or he's going to play defensively. Now this is a little spicy tech that we use. Yes, this is the dragon here. Really like this play here. He's going to warp one of my cards just on attack. He's going to attack into 1, warp another one. So he's going to warp my Piccolo, which there. And now he's attacking into my super combo. On that declare attack, I'm going to go ahead and use the Trunks defensively. Just checking the card here to make sure that I can actually do what it says there. I just didn't know if I should block this one or if he's going to play another play this turn. So let's go ahead and get revenge. I don't want him to keep warping my card, so definitely worth using there. Kept my super combos alive and give me some opportunities. So he's going to go past turn. He's got that dual blocker there, so it's very hard to get past with my sequencing, so I have to be very, very careful on what I sequence here. Probably a good maybe 6 to 8 cards to 15, so he does have a little bit of an advantage there, but playing that blocker has probably been the right play. Thinking about my charge here, just really want to make sure that I have the correct information. Gonna go ahead and draw another card. That way he can't untap defensively unless he wants to burn a life. So I'm just letting him know, hey, this is what happens, so that he has kind of that idea there. Now normally my swing here is going to be swing with lead. He's going to hatch me. So kind of stopped my draw engine here. So I obviously am not going to play the Piccolo. Can't do much to attack this turn. I'll still plus my Unison, draw the extra card, try to get as much hand advantage back as I can. Probably the right play, knowing that he was going to hatch. I probably should have played the Piccolo. Played it out and dropped it there and then swung with that and just tapped a Nappa. Probably would have given me 2 cards. Would have burned him a life too. But didn't think he was going to hatch this early. But being that he's defensively out, was probably the right play here just to kind of save another turn and doesn't have to lose his blocker there. So go ahead and I'll assimilate, basically. Get another Piccolo to my hand. That way I have it, because otherwise it's a dead card in my hand. So he was just checking to make sure tap-wise what's going to happen here. And pretty much going to pass turn. Not much I can do if I can't attack. Being an aggro deck, he can shut me down really quickly that way. So Killer K is going to charge here. He's got a couple Bojacks there. Doesn't need that second blocker, Unison. So he's just going to draw off of his Unison there. Probably going to have a really big turn here. So he's going to play that Goku. draw himself a card there. He can basically play it for 1. It's going to play the 2, draw another 2 cards. Now, with the Soul Striker leader, you know you're going to untap 2. So if you sequence correctly, you can really do some good card advantage there for you. So I believe he did swing into... I was kind of letting him know if he swings into my Piccolo Unison that I get an automatic negate. So I'll go ahead and I'll pay the 1 there. Play the... I forget this card's name, but it's the defensive card. You can play it for free if you have 3 or less life, but I go ahead and pay the energy. It's minus 10 to the leader. He's going down to 5. He's not going to combo anything off from there. Just got to drop the card. Excuse me. So he should be having some fun here. Now, the reason I did that is basically he's going to be minus 5 at anything else he swings with. That way it can kind of protect my leader a little bit more. I've got the Nappa super combos there for protection if he's going to go for a kill shot here too. I'm at 4 life, so he's going to swing in. Now if I can minus a battle card, I'm holding on an SS3 Goku. If I can minus a battle card, I can actually play my SS3 Goku for free. So we're just having a little communication back and forth. He's just going to draw. Then he passed turn to me. Really no reason for him to swing there. I'm just going to minus some stuff and put on some pressure. So he probably did the right play. Getting it going and everything. So here I'll go ahead and charge. I do have another build here. Kind of have a couple Piccolos in my hand, so I really think one of them's dead. I can actually play this deck around 3 energy. I really don't need 4 except for the new build where I run that SS3 Goku, but same thing I pretty much always do. I'm going to swing into his Unison. Or see if I can put some pressure onto it. He can block with it as well. Draw the card. He's going to block with his Goku. Give my Unison double strike here. So he's just going to block. He's going to keep it alive. Just combo off the 8. Which is going to give him draw 2, and he can untap those energies. So I'm going to go ahead and swing in with my Unison here. Wait, changed my mind. Plus first. Always plus first. Swing in with Unison. Really trying to get his blocker off board here. So counterplay. He's going to play the card, and then I'll play it in reverse there. So we're talking about the discussion here, so it's going to play that. I'm going to minus it. Minus both of those. And that window, too, because it's a skill that plays it. Then I'll go ahead and play the Yamcha there. Since I minused, I go ahead and play the Goku for free. Just trying to build up my board here, especially defensively. It's really nice to have a bigger board, put on some pressure. Still, that card advantage is tough, so I'm going to go ahead and swing. He's going to go ahead and block. Now, he's going to restand. That's one of those things that it does defensively. Only thing I don't like about that is it can't put on a lot of pressure with it, because we'll lose a marker. Won't lose a marker. Now I'll swing with this. Now I got a combo, which is going to help me lose. If I combo, I'm going to lose hand size here. But to put the pressure on his Unison, I really want to get rid of that thing. It's kind of tough to swing there. Don't have many attackers here. Now I have to decide. He could have a Trunks in hand. And I'm trying to decide here if should I swing into that, kill that Unison. Now he can obviously play another one. He's going into a turn 4, turn 5 play here. So I'm going to play the Piccolo, the one of. Swing into his Unison there. Try to kill it. Obviously, he negated there with the Trunks. Just cost him 1 to do that. Thinking about my play here, I'm going to tap 1, 2. Probably bring in the Piccolo. More than likely, I'm going to see a Trunks back to hand here. I was trying to see if any of those plays earlier he would play the Trunks. Oh, decided not to play the Trunks there. Maybe he didn't have it in hand. So he tapped the 1. I'm not sure what he tapped the energy for. I think it was still open there. I'm going to draw the 2. Burn. go with the 36, or sorry, 26 to leader. Double strike there. Go ahead and I'll play the Trunks Revenge blocker just for free. And I went ahead and go ahead and pass turn. It's going to be a rough turn here. Don't have a lot of defense. Killer K is going to 5 energy here, which normally means more than likely probably a Boo Unison's probably going to come down on this turn. It's 2 to 4 life. He's not super aggressive with his deck. Blue is designed, this particular build is designed to kind of finish towards the end of the game. It's going to draw that 2, get that hand advantage. And if you kind of see those black cards that he's playing, those are for the Vegeta engine he can play on 4 as well. So he'll swing with leader. Definitely going into my lead. He'll draw the card, untap the 2. He swung into the Nappa actually. So he's going to probably swing, try to clear board as much as possible. It's going to swing into my Goku. I'm not going to combo to save it. I'm already low on hand, so comboing is really, really hard. I built this engine once I realized that blue destroys me. I kind of work on the end of trying to slowly kill their pieces. So save my Trunks for the big attack. Go ahead and kill it. Should be out of the game, not in warp, but that's okay. But he's putting in warp because it'll pretty much play it out of the game. So he swung into my Piccolo. Piccolo went ahead and died. Now we probably will see something big. I think more than likely. He's gonna play. Ooh, he's going for the Dragon Engine again here. I believe that's Haze. Yep, that's a great card for a deck that untaps the way it does. Because he can swing, attack into something. He's going to warp my super combo. Let's see. Do I try to save anything here? So yeah, I have dead cards in hand. I'll go ahead and combo it off. Go ahead and save my piece there. Restands because he's a blocker. Now he has 2 blockers. We can stop 3 attacks with this engine here, which is really, really nice. Look at those cards in hand. He's probably got 10, 12, 15 cards in hand to my maybe 6. All right. So I probably won't charge here. Oh, decided to charge. That could be something that would help me wipe the board. I'm going to play the 3. KO Ken here. Wipe his board. At least the pieces I can wipe there. I think that's the right play. Get rid of that one that warps. Now I got another attacker on board. If I do have a Piccolo in hand, I can still pay the Piccolo and kind of use that to the advantage there. So he's basically got 2 blocks here set up, 2 life, and a whole handful of cards. So swinging into his, well, swinging into, I really want to get that Unison down to 1 marker. So he's going to Trunks negate again. Let's pay the 1 for it. Still going to draw and give my Unison double strike. And then he counterplayed. We're talking about the if you counter, you can tag it. So I guess because the card is played after the counter, Piccolo's not going to target that very well. Yep. So we're just having a little discussion here back and forth. So I'll go ahead and I'll play the Piccolo. See if the Trunks is coming. It's the only thing I don't like playing around it is that Trunks. So I'm tapped out here. I pretty much have to go for the nice part of the game. Going to take a dead card out of my hand. Just really look for that other Piccolo. See what's left in my deck. Turns out I don't. Assimilate's going to be a dead card in my hand. Gives me an idea what's left in my deck. And so I can see it. Hopefully I'm going to be able to draw the 2 here. So I'm going to swing. He's going to block. I'm still going to tap down. I'll tap down my this time and draw the 2 because I definitely want to make sure that I get the second draw. Finally killed the blocker there. Now, cards in hand, he's obviously got a big card. Not going to do any burn damage on that Piccolo strike. So now I'm just going to kind of swing in, see if I can get some of those cards out of his hand. He's going to Sensu. It's going to go up to 20. He's deciding if he wants to untap. We're deciding it is a counter. It is not an activate battle, so he's like, okay, I can untap. He's just making sure he doesn't get punished for it, right? You don't want to lose 2 life making a mistake like that. So, Now, I don't know if I plussed my Unison this turn and drew the extra card. I may have missed that sequencing. Now I'm going to go ahead and swing with my leader to his leader. Probably going to see... I don't think he's too worried. Not sure why I didn't go in with Yamcha there. That was interesting. Swung with leader. And I don't think I plussed on my Unison. I'm tapped out here, so honestly, this is... I've got like 6 cards in hand, a couple dead cards. I am going to use a couple of them to try to stay alive as much as I can. There's that Boo Unison. Definitely deadly against my deck this late in the game. I've got to finish early. If I can't finish you early, going into turn 5, turn 6, my deck's steam's gone, right? I've got a whole bunch of double strikes, but it's really, really hard against something that can remove your battle cards as you attack. So we're going to swing in. Deciding if I should use my negate here. I think I can combo out of one of these attacks, so I'm not too worried. He's going to plus the marker. Actually, sorry, he swung into Mai. That way he can untap. So he's going to swing in. More likely, he's probably swinging into my Goku with that Trunks. I'm going to go ahead and combo off 1 to keep it. From here, swinging in, I'm going to go ahead and use the Cyberman negate there. And go ahead and play the token. Alright, he's going to tap the 2 there. I thought he was tapping 2 to play something. Maybe because he just untapped. Yep, he's going to untap pass turn. Now he's got that blocker that can really take down my battle cards here. So I have to sequence correctly. He wasn't going to swing in again. Or he wasn't going to play any other battle cards. He plays a lot of defense with this blue deck. So I gotta, going into turn 6, this is rough for me, you know. I'm going to have a lot of stuff that's kind of dead in my hand. I do play a lot of 10Ks here. So I'll go ahead and swing with my leader. I'll super combo. I'll arrival, pop the Trunks. Still going 25 at lead. He's going to pull three cards out of his hand. And oh, a double arrival. So that way I can put some little pressure here. So 25. That way I have a lot of double strikes on the board here. Gonna get some of those cards out of his hand finally. He's gonna Lactic Buster. So he's gonna play the Bojack from the combo. Put the Galactic Buster, draw off the Galactic Buster. And then after the combo's done, he's gonna play the tap the I don't know why he tapped 4 there. I think it's only a tap 3. Maybe a tap 4 to play the Blowjack down. So we're having kind of a discussion about what the Bojack does with some of the abilities and everything. Defensively, it's a really good card. Still kind of going through it to make sure that I can sequence my turn correctly here. Now the big deal here is if this card is in rest mode for the Bojack, when your opponent attacks with a battle card, switch one of your blue energy active mode and then switch one of your opponent's energy to rest mode. So I'm going to lose an energy here. Still going to swing and go for it, though. Probably going to tap down a red-green. I've got 2 open, so not super worried about the energy. So I'll swing in with the Bojack. He's going to untap, and he's going to tap down one of my red-greens. So when you're up against Bojack, make sure you sequence correctly. Otherwise, you're going to lose some stuff. So he's going to go ahead and block. He's going to minus the marker. Bottom deck my Gogeta. I was just checking here to make sure that he can actually bottom deck any card. Doesn't have to be a battle card that I swung with. Just making sure. I'm still going to draw the 2. And since he blocked with it, it's going to go down to 1 marker. I'm going to go ahead and activate battle. Play my secret rare there. Now, normally I like to play the Kai secret rare defensively to kind of shut down a Unison and strong turn, but I don't think I have too many turns left here, so I'm really going to try to put some pressure on. His card hand size is going to be the big one for me, so I'm just going to try to drain out some more cards here. He's just going to Sensu, go up to 20, so my 15k attackers are not very good. I put it on there so I don't forget when it comes to this. Because if you Sensu and don't mark, yeah, nobody's going to remember, especially with as long as these turns are getting here for turn 5, turn 6. So I am going to swing in a leader. Deciding if he wants the negate or not. He's going to pay the 2. He's going to go ahead and play the negate that brings out the blocker. I'm going to go ahead and just wipe the board here. I think it was defensively probably the best bet, but I think probably the right play here, because I couldn't finish him, was to actually play that defensively on his Soul Striker. Then I could have attacked on the next turn. So I think I might have played that a little bit too early, but that's okay. I don't know if he discarded for that one. I apologize. He doesn't have to discard for that. He just basically paid the 2, so he's good. So he decided he was actually taking it back to take the life as I continue swinging here to go down to 1. That way he has another blocker for the turn. So having a fellow person come in and tap a few things. So kind of looking at a few things there. Just kind of getting engaged in a range. Trying to figure out if there's much I can do defensively here. It's going into a big turn. I could have swung with the Kaioken, but I think defensively it was probably a good idea to have some combo power. Make sure I could kind of defensively. Unfortunately, that Cyberman token is not a blocker anymore, so it's just kind of there as extra combo power. I'm tapped out. Going into turn 6. He's deciding to change his charge, which is perfectly fine. We're pretty liberal with this. You know, as long as you haven't done too much. He's going to probably charge something he's really not going to play. So that way you can figure it out. He's going to tap the 3. Blocker Unison again. Get the draw off of it. Swing with lead. Untap the 2. Definitely going to put some pressure onto my... I think he's swinging into the... We were just having a little discussion there. Do you want to swing into the Unison? Probably not. With the built-in negate, probably never. So He's figuring out how to sequence the right turn here. He's asking about how much combo power I have. So I'll go ahead and I'll play the King Vegeta negate here. I'm going to go ahead and minus it to 10. Any battle card that he swings with is going to be minus 5k. Got to drop a card, so I'll drop a dead unison in my hand. It's going to put a little pressure on for battle cards here. He's thinking out his turn, what he needs to do to kind of finish here, right? This is the fun part, right? Got a little bit of defensive cards. I got 2 cards in hand. So defensively, I don't have much. I got maybe 20 to 30k defensively. My super combos don't draw. So defensively, all I can do is play it and maybe get 20k damage out of 2 different swings, right? So here we go. He's tapping the 4. He's playing the big Gogeta here. Triple attack. Warp 2 battle cards. Warp 2 cards out of my hand. I got 2 cards in hand. Yeah, he'll lose the 5k per attack. So, 2 are going. Probably going to warp the 2 combos here. Those might have went to warp instead of to hand. So he's actually going to combo off some other stuff. I believe they go to drop. They may go to warp. So he's going to swing into the Piccolo. Loses another 5k. So he's down to 25. Still going to kill my Piccolo. Then he's going to swing at my leader. 20k. Oh, he swung at my unison to use the negate. Now I'm at 21. Use that spirit boost and create the negate. I mean, just card advantage as well. That deck draws so much. So I'm going to pass turn. No cards in hand. And you know what? I'll be honest. I think I missed 2 Piccolo draws in this game. So I've got the 1. I'm not going to charge it. Uptick Piccolo because that's the right way to play this. Draw the card. Got another defensive play, which is good. Got another negate there. I can get through 2 attacks. He's still going to have triple strike with that Gogeta. So really just going to try to draw as much as I can here. Get some other cards in my hand. He's got 1 life, so that Gogeta's a blocker too. He's going to use the Bardock. I'm trying to think here. Do I want to play that Beerus? It comes in rest mode, though. That's the only problem with that 1 cost play. You can combo with it in rest mode. This blocker's going to stand. He's got 2 blockers for me to go in and a handful of cards. So it's going to be pretty tough for me to kind of figure something out here. So I know I've got a double strike with my Piccolo, but not enough cards in hand to really put pressure on him right now. So about the best I can do is either keep him for defense or swing. He's going to block with the Gogeta. Not much I can do there. So I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place with 3 cards in hand to probably 10. Not much I can do. Swing with my Piccolo. Probably going to see that other block there with the Bardock. He literally didn't lose any cards on it. I just comboed it out because I could. That way I put the pressure on the Bardock there. Just realized it comes in rested. Not much I can do here. Can't really minus anything to play that Goku for free. So not much I can do, but really pass turn here. Try to keep my life as big as I can. I mean, we're going into turn 8 here. My deck does not do well in game. It's fast striking early game here, so he's got that big Gogeta. He's gonna get rid of some stuff here. Gonna make me drop the 2 cards. So auto. Not sure why he didn't combo it off. I gotta drop the 2 cards. I was saying, oh hey, I got the 2. I should have negated that attack. That was my mistake. Lost an opportunity to do 2. Counter. He would have just countered, swung in triple strike for the game. And either ways, we're just kind of talking it out here. There wasn't much I could do to finish this game. So that's it. Another round. Killer K is the winner with his Soul Striker, Gogeta, Bojack. Fun blue stuff. All right. Thanks again. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next battle. Let us know what you want to see. We can put some battles together for you there, guys. Appreciate you coming out, and have a good one.
Please like, subscribe, and comment on which battles you would like to see.